We're here at OXCC in Chesapeake City, Maryland, and the purpose of this video is to reach out to you rec ballers, you woods ballers, never had any exposure to a tournament-style speedball, and we're going to take it to you from the very beginning, from the perspective of the MAPL Paintball League. I have with me here
Joshua Silverman, the Director of Marketing for the Mid-Atlantic Paintball League.
So no one's going to be able to give you better answers than Josh. Josh, the person who's thinking about paintball and tournament ball for the first time, and they have no idea what it is it takes to be a part of it. What does it take? I mean, do they need special equipment? Do they need a certain amount of experience? What happens?
Honestly, all you really need to be a serious tournament competitor in the game of paintball is the desire to step up your game. Once you've played paintball in the woods for a little while, once you've gotten your legs under you as a paintball player, and you desire a little more challenge, you desire a little something more, you desire that adrenaline rush that maybe woodsball or recreational paintball gave you at first, and maybe you're not getting it now because you've elevated your game a little bit.
Right.
This is the place to come to find that adrenaline rush again, to compete, to win some prizes, to make some more of those incredible good friends that only paintball can give you.
Now, a lot of players are intimidated. There's like this rivalry between speedballers and woodsballers. A woodsballer transitioning over, is there something they should be afraid of in terms of acclimating themselves to speedballers?
I wouldn't think so. Paintball these days is played at such an aggressive pace, whether that be in the woods or on the competitive tournament airball field, that as long as you have a clear understanding that you're going to see everything that goes on the field and everyone's going to see you, and you're willing to get in the opponent's face a little bit and shoot it out, you're going to be just fine.
What are the primary differences that you feel make speedball different than woodsball, but still make it appealing to that person who's playing rec ball and wants to make the move over? What's that thing that makes it better?
It's not necessarily a question of better because we're all still playing paintball and we all do that because we love the game.
Bad choice of words.
Not necessarily, not at all. It's the question is what provides the player the hunger to step over and come into this world. And the idea there, once again, is that adrenaline rush and that challenge that I'm not just playing the same old guys that I run into every weekend at the local field. I'm playing people from my state, my region, the East Coast, the West Coast, from around the world. And that's something that you can get in tournament paintball that you really don't see anywhere else.
What should they be prepared for, though? Mentally, what to expect, or physically, what to expect when they make that transition? What are the things that are different that they should be prepared for?
That's a great question. And to be quite honest with you, this is where a paintball player can become a paintball athlete. That's truly the difference. This game is unique, obviously, as we all know, because we are, at the end of the day, shooting at each other with paintball guns. What makes this part of the game a little different is this forces you to run, to slide, to dive, to be that athlete like any other professional or any other nationally accepted sport.
I don't want to push everybody over to speedball. I want you to make your own decision. One of the primary differences I found from woodsball and speedball is, and dare I say this, is it's safer. I've broken my foot recently, if anybody's kept up with that. This video may be dated, but at the time that this video is being shot, I broke all 5 metacarpals by hurting myself from the terrain in the woods. The terrain on a speedball field is flat. So to that extent, it's actually safer. Will you be shot at close range, and can you get it lit up and take some welts? Yes, but there's referees that are right there to get you out of game safely. And unless you're dealing with, I guess, a more aggressive league, it's extremely safe.
Absolutely.
So tell us what's so great about the MAPL League.
The Mid-Atlantic Paintball League is truly a players' league. It was created, it was formed, it was driven by the concept that we are here for our players, because paintball players do play here, but more importantly, you'll hear us refer to you as customers, more so than necessarily paintball players. You pay for a certain experience here, and we're going to give you the highest quality that we can. We hire and bring in the very best referees that we can. We have some incredible companies in this industry that stand behind us and sponsor us with amazing prizes. We have a remarkable venue here in OXCC Paintball, Rick Carver's home place, and we have flat, grassy, well-groomed fields. We have, Sup Air, the very best inflatable paintball fields. We have, Virtue Clock chronographs that are the very best, so everyone's playing on a level playing field. And when you come out here, you know that the only time you're going to lose is because the guys at the other end of the field might be better than you that particular game.
Hey, let me add this. The devil is in the details. I am a rec ball woods baller. Have I played speedball before? Yes. So I can tell you this. What I've noticed about OXCC is that the field owners were on landscaping prior to this. These fields are so well taken care of, and that is one of the things that makes these fields worth playing on. And then there's the fact that safety is taken to paramount levels here. I've played rec ball at other places, and the attention to detail of safety here is unbelievable. The factor that I think comes into play is the amount of respect that's demanded of every player to be given to other players. Foul language, things of that nature. Just there's a there's an effort to police that here, and then a mental model comes into play by all players not to behave that way, and then that whole thing, just becomes a culture here that's worth being around. You see people on PB Nation arguing with each other and such.
Of course.
You would expect maybe when you come as a rec ball player to play in with speedball players for that to exist here. Non-existent.
Not at all.
Non-existent.
This is a family environment. This is a family atmosphere, whether it be in the woods playing paintball for the fun of it, playing a serious scenario game, and even carrying over out here to the MAPL here at OXCC. It's a family environment. We welcome the young, we welcome the parents, we welcome everyone here. We want everyone to have a great time. We keep it clean, we keep it fair.
Let's get down to the brass tacks about this.
Certainly.
What's the cost involved to move over? What are the things that players inevitably have to stomach if they're going to move over in terms of equipment and such?
Well, I mean, there's a certain level of equipment that you're just going to have to be competitive here. Our rate of fire is well into in the teens per second. Obviously, we have the rate of fire cap that we share with the PSP League.
Right.
And our guns here do ramp, so what you're going to run into is the fact that if you don't bring enough gun, you're going to lose the gunfight. So it's
now, does that mean a one-baller has no place here?
Not at all, not at all. Because you are playing in the face of your opponent, because you're able to crawl up into the snake or make a great move into these 50-yard line bunkers. There's absolutely a chance for a gunfighter to win his gunfights and play with the tools that he has on his belt. But if you're one of these guys that's going to sit in the back and try to control a lane or control a critical bunker,
right,
and help your team win by communicating and dominating your opposition,
then you're throwing a lot of paint.
Exactly. You're going to need a marker that's going to stand up to that all day, game after game after game. And there's some manufacturers that have that and some don't.
So would it be fair to say that an up man shoots less than a back man?
I would say so, because simply you're concentrating more on movement and making the critical shots when they count, rather than standing in the back and just hosing down a lot of paint to keep your opponents in their bunkers.
How many teams are in the MAPL League?
From tournament to tournament, you'll see between 30 to 50 teams here, and obviously we're growing with every event.
Now, explain what the league, how it works. I mean, do you have like a season where everybody's planned out who they play, or is it a day you come out and you just, on that particular day, everybody's matched up? How does
Certainly.
it work?
Well, basically what you're going to want to do is head over to our website if you're interested in the league. That's maplseries.com. And what you'll do is you'll register from there through the APPA system, which is the scoring, scheduling, and player identification system that keeps us all playing on a level playing field.
Is this a single player, or is this a team? Can you come in as a single? Can you say, hey, I want to play in this league?
There is a free agent list for this, and the beauty of OXCC, our host park, is that there are so many home teams here. There's so many great teams that play out of here, that if you would like to compete and move to that level, but you don't have a bunch of buddies you want to do that with, come out here and make it known to these people as they scrimmage and practice that you want to move forward. And everyone that I've met so far is very welcoming, very friendly, and they'll help you, they'll teach you, they'll give you an opportunity to grow and expand yourself as a paintball player.
So you come out, you introduce yourself to one team, say, I'm looking for a team, and they say, no, we don't have any room, but that team may. That's what's going to take place?
We're all still paintball players. We're all still friendly to one another, absolutely.
Cost-wise, what's the ongoing cost on the season? What would it? Let's the elephant,
really break it down.
Yeah,
here,
the elephant in the room.
Sure.
How bad
What's
is
it
going to
cost?
be on paint on a player to stomach an entire season?
Well, thanks to our thanks to our primary sponsor Valken, we do offer very reasonable paint prices here. You will have to purchase our paint here, but our sponsor Valken has helped us a great deal with keeping our paint prices affordable. You're going to spend between $55 and $60 a case on paintballs, but these are tournament quality, the very best paintballs that money can buy. So you're going to shoot a little more paint here because it's competitive, because you can always see all of your opponents. There's less creeping and crawling and more shooting and gunfighting here. So you're going to spend a little bit more on paint, and then obviously there's your entry fee for your team, which is between $150 and $250 per team. And that sounds like a lot, but you split that 3 ways or 5 ways depending on the team and the day that you enter. Suddenly it becomes just another day of paintball.
Okay, so you join a team. What's your general ongoing cost? How much is it going to cost you? Roughly about $100 to get through any weekend of paintball. $200.
Between $100 and $200 for a regional event is pretty fair, and then the additional cost of that depends on, quite frankly, how often you want to practice and how serious you want to take your game. If you want to run drills and compete and scrimmage every weekend, obviously you're going to spend a little more on paintball. But it's perfectly okay to just show up here and play and test your skills.
MAPL League, are all the games played in the MAPL League played right here?
Yes, sir, right here at OXCC.
All right, so you don't have to. That's one thing you can eliminate from the equation. You don't have to travel and worry about expenses of a motel and things of that nature.
Get here to OXCC. We'll take care of the rest.
Excellent. I think we covered most of our bases on
Yes,
this.
sir.
So if you're looking to play speedball and move over from rec ball, hopefully this video gave you a lot to go from. And if you have more questions, you can reach out to me through my channel, or you can reach out to Josh through their website.
Absolutely.
And the answers, we're accessible. Josh,
thank you very much.
All right, man.
It's too much for any man.